everyone. Today we will do the subject geography of grade 7 and our chapter number 9 is agriculture. What is agriculture? The products, the crops, the food grains which we get by farmers through farming is called agriculture. First point is scope of agriculture. What is the scope of agriculture? So in India, the main occupation is agriculture, that is farming. So it is a very wide or vast scope in India or in past time in other countries also. Next is besides cultivation of crops. Besides cultivating the crops, what the farmer or what the other people do, that comes under agriculture only. So these are some parts, that is rearing cattle, poultry farms, sheep and goats, keeping bees, sericulture, horticulture, orchardry, pisciculture and pig and emu farming. This will be discussed briefly in next topics. Now next is resources in agriculture. What are the resources of agriculture? What are the needs for agriculture or for doing farming? The first point is manpower. Manpower means the farmer giving their power, giving their energy for doing farming. Next is animals. Animals are very much helpful in farming. They help farmer. For example, buffaloes, oxen, etc. they use in farming. Next is implements. Implements means tools. The tools that we need for farming, that is plow, axe, etc. Nowadays we are using tractor also. The next point is changes in agricultural practice. In olden times, farmers use implements or tools, but now we use modern techniques also. Next, first point is nomadic life. What is the meaning of nomadic life? Nomadic life means in the past, the men or the human beings wander from one place to another or wander from forest for having forest produce. Means whatever the forest production is there, for example trees, so we get fruits and vegetables from trees. So the nomadic people, they use their trees production for their daily livelihood. Next is invasion of cultivation. After some time, when men gradually learn the art of cultivation, they produce the crops from the land and that production they use for their sustainable life also, and they produce that crops or that farming for other people also. Throughout the year, they use their food grains properly for their life. Next is stable life. Stable life means besides agriculture, man started different things or produced different things through the floriculture, horticulture, cattle rearing or pisciculture. So abandoning that nomadic life, man produced this thing and undertook different occupation through this agriculture at the same time. Means at the same time they use agriculture also, and from agriculture whatever the production they have, they sell it or they use different forms also. Next topic is allied activities in agriculture. What are the alliances of agriculture? Next is animal husbandry. Animal husbandry means rearing different animals and obtaining products from that animals. So that is known as animal husbandry. First is poultry. What is poultry? Keeping hens and other fowls is a traditional method. Fowls means other birds, and getting the product from hens. It is also used in a household or as a commercial basis because the hens give us. And next topic is dairy farming. Dairy farming means some animals help in farming, that is buffaloes, oxen and goats also, and they use or they help in farming. Besides farming, this animal give us meat also and milk also. So it also help in farming or they use as a commercial basis also, because the meat or the milk they produce or they give we use as a commercial basis. So milk comes under dairy farming, and in dairy farming we not only sell milk, we produce or we sell different product of milk also. Next topic is sheep and goat rearing. Sheep and goat rearing means sheep and goat are comes under cattle. Cattle means animals. So farmer use these animals as a cattle, and whatever they are giving us, that meat, or sheep give us wool, or goat give us meat or milk, sheep also give us meat, farmer sells in the market. So it is also comes under commercial basis, and it is a traditional base also. And this sheep and goat, they need semi-arid region or dry climate. So we have this kind of rearing in hilly areas. And these sheep and goats, they easily survive in short grasses or acacia also. Mostly they have seen in India. Rearing of other animals. It means in India, sheep and goat rearing is also not there, but also in India they rear pig and emu farming. We have already seen here pig and emu farming. It is also comes under rearing of other animals. Beekeeping. What is beekeeping? Bees is the very important function. So because of bees, we obtain honey and wax. Bees also promoted the process of pollination. Because of this bees, the trees bear large amount of fresh fruits, and also they increase the yield of crops. This occupation we respectfully do in agriculture. Next is pisciculture. Pisciculture means fish farming. We have lands for growing crops, for cultivating crops. Same like that, now we have a farm, ponds for fish. Because in open seas, if we do the rearing of pisciculture, or if we do fishing, or if we do fish rearing, so it has a risk factor. It is danger for human life. So for this we use pisciculture. We dug a farm pond for the fish, and seeds of freshwater species are used for this pisciculture. Next is sericulture. Sericulture means silk thread are obtained from the cocoon of silk moth. From this silk moth we get threads, and we weave that thread and making the silk cloth. It is very soft. So sericulture is now developed in India also, and we use this sericulture for weaving a silk cloth. Nursery means in the last few years we obtained the nurseries in the terms of floriculture and medical plant or aromatic plants. This plantation require high amount of seedlings, cuttings, bulbs and seeds. Nowadays this occupation is very important, and this is the result of development in nurseries. Next topic is types of farming. Types of farming means we use geographical and cultural diversity, methods of farming, technique use, different technology we use, and aims are also important, and we use lands, etc. So in these types of farming we have two types. The first is subsistence farming, next one is commercial farming. Subsistence farming means the traditional farming. It is also called traditional farming. So we have two types of subsistence farming. The first one is intensive farming, and the second one is shifting cultivation. Intensive farming means the agriculture, the cultivation we do in the same land for years together. It's called intensive farming. And shifting cultivation means the cultivation, the production, the farming we do. So in this type of cultivation, the farmer change the land or the change the area of the the cultivation for production, and after some time they use the same area for cultivation also. It is known as shifting cultivation. The next topic is commercial farming. Commercial farming is also a part of farming. We have 4 subtypes of farming. The first one is extensive grain farming, second is plantation farming, third is market gardening, and the fourth one is horticulture. So let us see the first subtypes of commercial farming, that is extensive grain farming. With the help of machine we can do this kind of farming, and mainly it practiced in tropical grassland region. The plantation farming is practiced in hilly tracts, mean in hilly areas. The local manpower is the main role of this plantation farming. Local manpower means the people which lives in that hilly areas only. It is a single crop cultivation, means at a time they use only a single crop. Okay. It is also practiced in the parts of India and other South Asia countries, Africa, South and Central America also. Market gardening. Market gardening is developed in modern times. Farmers cultivate vegetables and other items for urban centers to cater to the city dwellers. City dwellers mean city peoples. This type of farming is also known as truck farming. And the last topic is horticulture. Horticulture is a traditional and modern method. So in this horticulture, they get fruits are very exotic and fresh. In the cities like Panchgani, Mahabaleshwar, Pune, Nagpur, Nasik, Jalgaon, etc. in Maharashtra, they practiced on a large scale. The countries which having Mediterranean climate like France, Italy, etc. are famous for fruits farming. Next topic is agro-tourism. In agro-tourism means the people that comes from other countries or other states to see the farming or agriculture. The first topic is new field. Agro-tourism is a new field of tourism. So it is a greater scope. It is a very greater scope because in tropic it has a greater scope of agro-tourism. Next one, curious about farmers' life. The people that comes from cities or the people they live in city, they are very curious about the life of the farmers and how they do farming. So they are very curious and they want to see the life of the farmer. Visit rural area. So the city peoples or other countries people, they comes in rural area for seeing the rural life of farmer or agriculture. That is last point, financially beneficial. Agro-tourism is very much beneficial to the farmers and their village also. Artificially and naturally ripened produce. What is artificial and what is natural? Artificial means the things which we use for farming by making man. So that is known as artificial. And natural means the thing which we get from the nature. So here the point is chemical and pesticides. For quickly production, man use artificial chemical and pesticides for farming. They grow their products very quickly and they appear as a fresh and attractive also. But at the same time, they are very much harmful to our health. If we use natural product for the farming, so it is good for our health. Marketing system. Let us discuss briefly about marketing system. Because the farmer use their lands for farming, they sow the seeds, they harvest their crops, they store in a cool place. Now the last turn, that is they produce their product to the market. So what is the system of market or marketing system? The first point is necessary and farmers available to consumer. While they produce a product and when they sell the product the farmers sell it very properly in a fair price and in time to the consumer. Next point is importance of marketing system countries like in India. In India, marketing system is very much important because the main occupation of India is agriculture. So here are some points related to marketing system. The first point is scattered nature of agriculture. Scattered means location or the land that we are using for farming. It is not all together. It is in various locations. Means it has some distance. Next point, lack of organization of farmers. Farmers not having a proper organization. So it is very lack. Because of this, the farmer face problem also. Next is weak economic condition of farmer. Because of the weak economic condition, the farmer cannot grow a proper, produce a proper crops because they don't have a sufficient amount of money. Perishable produce. Perishable means the food or the production or the cultivation that decay or go bad or spoil very early. It is known as perishable produce. The farmer also take care of that crop, of that product that should not perish very early, that should not spoil early. Next is produce used as raw material in industry. They also produce raw materials that use in industries. Availability of international market due to globalization. Because of globalization, what happened in last or in the past, the farmer or the person, they only do business in the same area or in the same country. But now the techniques or technologies are changed, so we do our market or so we do our business all over the world. Because of this globalization, the farmer can sell or the farmer can do business in all over the world, in international level also. The last point is great demand from hotel industries and malls. Great demand in hotel industries because farmers, they do agriculture, they produce crops, they produce food grains that are very much necessity of human beings. So they have very high demand in hotel industries and malls.